and welcome to Tuesday Night Torg. We're always smiling when we start the video, which I like. Where we have the iconic production channel. It's been a hot minute since we were last here. We are going to jump right into it. When we last left off, Becca, where did we leave off?
The arm that Morgan was once captured inside is about to explode at us.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I need from everybody is we're going to start off with a dodge. The mechanical arm goes to explode. Here's the way it's going to work. If you get a standard success, you will take little damage. If you get a good success, you can take no damage or save one of the people who are still running around here, like Kara. Or if you get an outstanding success, you can take no damage and...
I don't have any possibility.
Can you remind us of who else is running around?
It is the five of you.
Uh-huh.
You have dealt with everyone else.
Okay.
And you have freed Kara from the robot.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
27.
You got 27 on dodge. Nice, Ben.
Splendid.
You did explode.
I got a 3.
I got an 11.
On the ninth 11Z?
14.
Morgan, what'd you get?
14.
I dodged the explosion because I exploded on the dodge.
Nice.
At what? 19.
Nice recursive
Mm-hmm.
loop there. All right, so at this point, the people who are going to be hit by the explosion. Morgan, what did you get?
14.
Sweet. So I think everyone dodged except for Kara, and definitely not the flammable mummy. So.
My bones are just like real creaky.
We gotta get you like a robo walker.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Wouldn't that be awesome? However, Kowalski, you can choose to save one or both of them. If you save both of them, you will take some damage.
You know what?
Kowalski, whoever you choose not to save, I will bodyguard the other.
Not from this. It is a area of effect explosion, so it affects everyone.
Oh, okay, cool.
I will save them both and take some damage.
All right, Kowalski. Nice. All right, Kowalski, you will take a wound and 2 shock as you leap and gather up Kara, who you have vague memories of wanting to, quote, ensure she could never act again, end quote, evil Zorba. And your...
Zorba looks at Kowalski and shakes his head. How could you?
Sometimes the Thurkle comes through.
Mr. Here is all the ampersands. John Doom, it is good to see everyone tonight. All right, there are concatenating explosions. Large chunks of stone fall from the ceiling. The catwalks break off. Kowalski's back is scorched by flames as the robot's arm explodes. But when everything sort of dies down, as the rumbling stops, there are spot fires everywhere. The air is thick with smoke. But you can see it is both heading back up the tunnel that leads back to the wreckage of Zorba's trailer, as well out the path that everyone else was going. But it's not seem that there is anyone else here, nor that anyone is coming back. What do you guys do?
I want to evidence analysis the crap out of this place.
All right. Please find evidence analysis the crap and roll it. It feels good to be back for Torg. Just saying.
I have 16.
You got a 16? All right. So what kind of things are you looking for?
Clues as to who built this robot, why we're here, how they were able to control the whatever things that we fought last time.
Okay.
Kit knows these words.
Let's start with the existential thing. You're probably here because there's some mastermind sitting behind a wooden screen far off in another castle who enjoys making you dance through dramatic scenes for the entertainment of faceless others in some sort of existential Gnostic void. But you're right here in this room as Kit somebody has been smuggling things in and out. Well, at least near the propaganda film. You don't get the feeling this doesn't match anything that you've seen in in Studio 4, right?
Okay.
This doesn't seem to be related to that. All of the things in Studio 4 were things like Eternity Shards, strange artifacts from Istanbul. There were some strange techno pulp devices, but those all seem to be a very standard Nile Empire level of weird science. This here is some sort of weird robot that psychically feeds off the energies and dark emotions of those bound within it. Seems a little far afield. However, you do know that they did build. You can see the transmitters where they were controlling the RoboGospod. You can see that with A16, you also find a little some blueprints that have survived. Not a lot. You can recognize the leg, and you can see that it does say at the bottom, just Virgin, with like notes, and you can't see what it says, but there's definitely looks like there's a line that might have been an arrow to something else, and it says improved power supply for next iteration. Unless you want to find the possibilities.
I would like to do that.
I love this group.
That one was a 1, so that's not great.
The 10.
Automatic 10.
What time of day is this?
Oh man! So it was
Nighttime.
It was nighttime.
Nighttime
It's the
shoot.
right time to be kidnapped if you are Zorba or Kara.
Okay, so we have not gotten to the next dawn yet.
We have not gotten to the next dawn.
Okay,
I feel like I
let's
would-
see what that
feel like
means.
This is clearly character entrapment of a GM.
I knew how to read what any of
Hey,
these
Wolfie,
meant.
what's your charisma? Or your
Wolski?
Yeah.
My charisma?
Yeah.
5.
sweet roll in the box, chicken.
That's because I'm Darkhold. That's like a Darkhold 10.
That's the
Yeah.
Darkhold 10, but a Nile Empire 3 and a core 5.
Exactly.
I feel like that's the kind of math that Kowalski definitely would have figured out.
Uh-huh.
What does that make? Does that make Zorba if he's a Nile Empire 10?
The 10 everywhere.
He's just a 10
That's
as
how it works.
Wait, no, I'm a 13.
You're the final
All the
half
thing goes to
of
13.
Yeah.
13. What'd you get?
A 24.
Snap.
I'd say side, but I'm going to suggest it. So, you do, as you're kind of, there's one thing that kind of stands out in your mind, and like one similarity between what you just experienced. There's only one frame of reference that you have for it. And that's the first day you were on set, when Zorba went up to claim his spot in the propaganda film, The 1001 Inventions of Dr. Mobius. Right, he was fighting with a ruler of another, one of the defeated empires. And that looks like that style, kind of the rounded plates, the weird block lettering on it, that feels very similar to the robot you just fought.
Okay.
Kowalski Kara has attached herself to you and has not let go. She is holding on to you, silently, just like crying in your neck blade.
The short sound. Just get another one.
I'm Raymond Morgan.
I don't have a romance card, Mr. Furious, but if I did.
But Brother Block has it.
He does indeed. Do I remember being taken?
You do not. The last thing you remember is saying you were not going to make it the next week. And then you woke up inside a robot. Now, the last thing you remember is you were, if you remember, you were in the warehouse, and during the chaos,
You were not kissing Tony.
No,
That's
I
imputed.
wasn't
in
because he had left. It's very upsetting.
able to,
He'd like that.
So wasn't he a robotic horse?
he is not a robotic horse. He is a
His best friends are robotic horses.
groom.
That's what I just said.
No, you went looking for Tony, and the last thing you remember is the feeling of like a rag over your mouth and thinking, "Hey, this smells like chloroform," and then you woke up inside. Also, in the words of John Locke, don't tell her what she can't do.
Okay. So I ended up here. I don't really know how. I don't even know where here is.
Nope.
I would like to scout around and see if there are other people besides the minions we have laid waste to.
All right, give me a find roll. Brother Block and Zorba, what are you guys doing while this is going on? You can see that Kit is scouring the
Are we
place.
climbing out of the wreckage of the robot?
Yes.
Okay. I just look at Kowalski and just shake my head
You have
in
this
like
really weird memory.
horror. Just like, get some help.
It was awful.
But also, of course, doesn't know how he would know that, so just feels guilty for.
Like a small child. You're like, what have you done? And they're like, oh, so many things. I can't.
Like, I'm sure this is justified for some reason.
That's right. What are you doing, Brother Block?
Do you know how I believe in the original Donkey Kong, when Mario, who's not even really Mario yet, gets the hammer
Yes.
and it walks in front of him and it's just like hammer, 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 hammer.
Yes.
I'm doing that to the robot.
Just making sure it does not.
I know it's down. I know it's been defeated, but it's been a tough day, and I'm going Gallagher on this thing.
All right. You Gallagher the crap out of this robot. Morgan, what are you doing?
I got a 13 on my find.
All right, and you were looking to see if there were any other survivors.
Other survivors, other people in the area, yeah.
And you got a 13, you said?
Yeah.
All right. So
Do I need to bump it?
well, if you would like to get to a 15, I will provide you with more information.
Okay, I think I can get to 15. Let me check my card.
I've missed playing with you guys. I missed you too, Chad.
Yeah. I'll play hero.
All right. So you find several of the bodies of the scientists, and what is very strange about they have all you don't know whether they died. Some of them clearly died during the explosion and the fight. Several have been pinned under large rocks that have fallen from the ceiling. Several have been impaled by the catwalks that fell and slid down. You're close to Darkhold. Don't worry, we'll go back to Darkhold. I know that's where you really want to be, Kowalski. But what you notice is that some of them seem to have just lie akimbo, as if not that they were thrown, that they just fell. And you can see there are burn marks on the back of their neck, about 4.5 inches long, and there's 3 little like spiky burn marks on either side of the long burn. I don't mean like burn like red or blistering. I mean like charred.
Does that look like does it look like something either burned out or was connected to them and burned?
It looks like something was burned out.
Okay.
I say that only because I
I'm-
know what Morgan's tech accent is.
Yeah, a 14. Poke, poke, poke. Yeah, I will poke at this wound. To try to figure out if something is still in there or if it is all gone.
Well, now I gotta do something. Seems like I have no cord in the lane to make to. Another 10.
I always want things to get worse.
We've noticed.
Morgan,
Mhm.
what is your dodge?
My dodge is a 13 normally. I will happily get out of the way of anything coming at me.
Cool. Nothing happens to you. Everything is okay.
That's a relief. Thank goodness everything is fine.
This is the everything is okay alarm.
Yeah.
It's currently going off in your head.
Cool. I am so glad to hear that everything is okay. All right. Well,
You can just hear the clanging of Brother Block, like he's getting good airtime as he's leaping into
Okay.
the air and bringing the hammer down, legs akimbo.
so I would like to ask the rest of my group then. So are we
Block.
done with the film, or like, what else do we have to do?
Probably like 40 more scenes.
Yeah, are we taking over this propaganda film to re-propaganda it?
I mean, that's what Spielberg
Yes,
would do.
that's the plan.
Okay.
We need to stall everyone, get the masters, and let Zorba re-edit the film. So he's going to need time, and he's going to need production assistance.
Also, an editor.
So what did you guys say? The plan is you guys are going to leave this underground chaos cave
Mhm.
and go back to the set, and you guys are going to start subverting the propaganda.
Continue.
Well,
My apologies, kid.
Thank you.
And that to kid.
What else is in this cavern?
There's the large tunnel that leads out. That has, you can see there are large tracks, as if multiple vehicles that were very heavily laden left here at some point.
Do we believe that we could get back to Baby from this cavern?
No.
that's another secret tunnel system.
There's a lot going on.
I mean, maybe. Let me rephrase that. You have no reason to believe that you can, because that's a cistern, but you don't know where this tunnel goes. So, maybe?
Maybe this.
Maybe next time.
That's possible for reading my mind. Proving that we are great minds, because only great minds think alike.
Take it.
All right, so
I mean, yeah.
are you exploring, or are you going back to continue subverting the propaganda?
I'd be down for like a look-see.
Yeah. Like I can't do anything to do to deal with the propaganda, so
Oh, don't worry, you will. You can.
we can take a gander.
I believe we should leave all this behind with nary a thought to
Yeah, this is like a bad dream. Plus, I think Kara needs to get back to her trailer.
Not sure how to do it. All right, so are we
Well-
exploring, or are we heading back, or are we
I think
splitting
we
the
should
team?
split the team.
Split the party.
Yeah.
Split the
I
party.
think that Kowalski and Zorba and Kara should go back to the movie set because they have respected positions in the movie. and the other 3 of us will take a look-see, and then we'll catch up with you in a minute. It's only going to take a minute.
I'm actually okay with that because I think it splits up the bros.
I appreciate
That's
the way you described that. All right.
It's
Well-
a bromance. It doesn't necessarily make us bros.
My bad.
I mean, we are still gonna go get brunch, but
All right.
That
So,
makes us boys. That makes us boys who brunch.
yeah, Mr. Hurries, what could possibly go wrong? All right. Kowalski, Zorba, and Kara are headed back to the studio to begin the reinitiation of the subversion.
All right. As we're leaving, I find a heart-shaped chunk of the smashed robot, and I hand it to Kara. I'm like, it's always good to have a souvenir of your first kidnapping. Souvenir.
Kowalski, please give me a persuade or charisma check, depending on.
can I aid him
Can
somehow?
I just, Kowalski? I can trade you the romance card if you want it.
Okay. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. Terribly.
I apologize to all
That's a
Cards
natural
fans.
20.
Yes!
It fell by 13. So
Also, a 33
33, so
plus
that's
10.
10, so that's an 18 of my persuasion.
Oh, spend the possibility.
she takes-
Spend the possibility.
Do you want to go
Sure.
for outstanding? Wow.
That's a
While
14.
he's doing this, you guys remember
So-
that movie starring Nick from Family Ties? It was called My Demon Lover.
No, I did not. That's gonna be a flat 40, so 11 plus. So that's still 19.
So still one shy.
One shy.
We got
It was a 20.
Let's see here. Got a natural 20, so 20
and then a 13
and
would be
13.
33.
33. Okay,
And then a
that's
14, so 47.
Oh, you're right. My math
That's
failed me.
13.
That's a 13. So yes, that gets me.
Yes.
22.
Kara looks at you and takes the heart-shaped rubble with kind of lays her arm on your organic forearm and says, first of all, this is not my first kidnapping.
I didn't think so.
You could tell, couldn't you?
I
once played the lead in a Nile Empire remake, King Kong. Remind me of that gentle giant. Come.
Didn't he get shot top of a building?
Lead you down the tunnel. Followed by Torg, who I can only assume has no clue what is going on, leaving Kit and Becca and Jenny making the same faces that Kit and Morgan are making. All right.
Wait, whereas I, as he walks away, I tap him on the shoulder and give Kowalski a thumbs up.
I'm like, okay. Every time I prep something for this game, why bother? So,
I'd just like to take a moment to point out that I feel like this went much better than our plan to kidnap Kara. She still got kidnapped, but it worked out well for us.
almost like I was paying. So we will start with Kit, Morgan, and Brother Block. What's the plan? You guys wanted to go have a look-see down the tunnel, according to Kit.
Yeah, can we
Prosper,
be
look-see.
sneaky?
What was that? You can be sneaky. Back at this, a game of the imagination. You can try almost anything.
We can try.
Oh, I should go with the back. I've never been good at sneaking. Ginny or Kit.
What we need is to get a super sneaky robot that has a mummy handhold on the back, so that Kit can just Go ahead, Morgan. You want to sneak? Anyone else trying to sneak?
I would sneak. 10. Nice.
I'm going to let Morgan sneak ahead. I will be with Kit, bringing up the rear.
All right. What'd you get, Morgan?
All right. I got a 15 to sneak.
15 to sneak. All right, so you sneak ahead, and you can see the tracks kind of head back toward the city. Hey, Zero Earth Element, good to see you. And as you do, you can see that there are no tripwires, there are no traps of any sort. It looks like a very well-used tunnel, but you do start to hear up ahead, not the sound of motors necessarily, but you hear something that sounds almost like an engine running up ahead. You can also hear a couple of voices, and you can hear, man, that guy's weird. Yeah, ever since he talked to the doc, he hasn't been right. I think he's gotten a little obsessed. Have you got into his room? I think he's more than a little obsessed. And then you hear the sound of almost like a barrel being kicked, and the sound of the motor noise gets louder.
Okay.
There's a lot of
wanna-
tracks around here.
Do I see anybody yet?
You want to give me a... Why don't you give me... Do you have survival?
Surprisingly, no.
Give me a mind roll.
Cool. It's fine. Sure, it's fine.
It's fine. It'll be okay.
I'm gonna spend a
That's never
possibility
happened.
on that. Oh, good. 15 on my mind. Oh, and I spent a possibility on that. Just.
All right. So a 15.
Yeah.
All right. So one, you can see there's more tracks than just the tracked vehicles. There's also a lot of foot traffic and other things that's very hard to identify kind of here in the dark tunnel. But up ahead, you do see people just around the corner or around the bend. There are two guys in Nile Empire guard uniforms. And you can see there are several metal doors that have been set in the side of the large tunnel, and they are working with a generator. And when you can see that there are lights that are flickering, like they kind of ebb and flow with each kind of lull in the generator.
Okay, and they look like they're guarding the doors.
Not really. They actually look like you can see there's a small Jeep next to it, and they were just attending to it.
Okay.
One guy
I
is
will-
clearly on like crouched down next to that like a large barrel next to it, and is like, and he seems to be trying to drain something from the generator.
Is it only the two?
It is only these two that you can see.
Ooh, I feel like I can take them.
My people.
Right? No. I will sneak back to Kit at Brother Block. Because Kit's a bit smarter than me, and Brother Block might know what the generator is for. And tell them what I saw. And heard. And that there are metal doors, and I think somebody's behind the metal doors.
May I ask a quick GM question? What is the trick on these guards?
11.
I could send Tink down the hall, hoping to get them to chase her, and that would give us access to both the Jeep and the doors for at least a second without them even being there.
I love it.
This is
Sure.
going far better than some of your normal investigation plans. Give me a trick, Brother Block.
Okay. Okay. So that's a 24 to my trick of 7.
So you rolled a 24?
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't have
so-
the algorithm in front of me,
Okay,
unfortunately.
so plus 8.
So 15.
So 15.
Yeah.
That is a standard success, which is fine. As they go, as Tink starts going down the hallway, these two guys are distracted, which will make it more difficult for them to notice you two. If you would like to go up and check out the doors.
Is it like playing the Super Mario theme as it goes past?
Do 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 do.
I think that Kit is the engineer amongst us, so she would really understand kind of understand what's going on. But also, I think she could find a weak spot in those doors.
I would like to go up to the things and look at them.
All right, so there are two doors. They look like they have, yes, plans. Both of them have old style like sub doors, and we'll pause right here. So you three, gotta remember that. Make it back to the site. Yeah, you have to climb back through, right near the wreckage of Zorba's trailer. And as you guys come out, you can both hear Forrester. Well, you're right. When you're right, you're right. And you're clearly right here, because there's no way anyone survived that. So I guess you're in. And where is that Morgan? She's supposed to be the backup for Kara, because clearly she's nowhere to be found. We have one night where we have attacks by Robo-Gospog, and everything just goes to hell in a handbasket.
I agree entirely.
And there is a from just everyone who is surrounding your trailer. And Forrester, get out of the way, Booby, you're alive! And he kind of pulls you up. Kowalski, I knew you. Kara, you're alive too. No, darling, we were. Some of us were concerned. You okay?
Indeed.
You ready to act?
Oh, always. I was just getting into character.
Under the set.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna need a trick from you, so fuck.
He's a method actor.
He's not lying.
That's fair. I'll allow it. All right, so we're gonna run the subverting of the propaganda.
Okay.
So, as a dramatic task.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ready for this.
Are you?
We are absolutely ready
We are
for this.
for this.
That's when they saw the first glint of fear in their GM's eye. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Your goal
Can I trade cards?
is to subvert the film
Okay.
and embed your own. Like, are you trying to completely redo the film, or are you trying to subtly rewrite the film so it
We don't need to do either of those things.
What's your end goal?
We need to
Because you've got to do
simply.
it well enough that
Yes.
it attracts.
What we
movies.
do is we simply take the film as written. We don't change any literal things about it. We just use it and film it in such a way that Zorba, riding the last of that glory that is still in play,
It's the last act that it's in play.
it just is so just this perfect encapsulation of heroism and high Hollywood, manliness and everything.
Arrow
That-
venosity.
Yeah, just the archetype, the living
Errol
archetype
Flynn.
of Errol Flynn. That people start to compare the real Dr. Mobius unfavorably to
his film version.
Okay,
so what?
Also, could you fit in the Benny Hill theme song during some fight sequences?
You mean Yaggity Sax?
Yeah.
I feel like that is definitely underneath every Faites Five fight scene, at least in the bar.
Yeah, but the film is so good that it starts to actually make the reality of Mobius
Right,
look
so every
bad.
time anybody meets Mobius now, they're looking at Mobius going, dang, he is not as cool as this movie.
So what would the first step of this plan be?
Just be really, 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 really good looking.
You need something a little bit more Landry.
We make his stunts gonna look gnarly.
We already filmed the best fight scene of all time.
Yes.
And I died for it.
You did.
So I believe that there is a certain amount
allow
of...
that to be step A.
Mm-hmm.
What is the next step of this plan as you start setting up for the next day of shooting?
Kowalski's stunts.
We gotta do some good stunts. But we also gotta we really gotta lean into, I think we have to lean into
Thank you.
Zorba's sexual magnetism
Mm-hmm.
in ways that Dr. Mobius cannot actually match in any fashion.
Zorba, you also already admitted that you would actually need help with someone who knows how to make a movie. So maybe you could manipulate someone into helping you.
What about if we?
What is the difference between that and
a heroic,
someone helping you?
and devilishly handsome detective team who has raw sexual magnetism?
No, I just have magnetism.
Don't sell yourself short. This is Carl.
Yeah, but if you
It's just a byproduct.
Seriously, nickels stick to me.
Exactly.
The problem with shaving your head.
I can't touch other people's computers.
All right, so step one is it setting up the stunts or convincing one of the editing bay guys to help out? Or are you going to try and...
Let's just set up the stunts.
All right, so Kowalski, I need a set up the stunts roll for you. The next card is It's Jammed, which does have a step B on it.
Excellent. So what skill would setting up the stunts be?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Did I not explain how this is working?
No.
This is entirely your plan from the ground up.
Okay, so I think we could go two ways here.
Okay.
If we're trying to make a really intense fight scene that makes Zorba look like, he can take on anything and anyone, then again we'll make Mobius look like,
Not fight scene. Training montage.
Okay, so training montage, we could use either intimidation or unarmed combat.
Maneuver is also checks throwing some out, but I will say intimidate is the approved action on the card.
In that case, we're going with intimidation.
All right, you want this thing to be so intimidating that when somebody looks at it, they're like, "There's no way the actual Mobius Mobius went."
Correct.
All right, if you make your roll, that's your.
Okay.
This is going to be a DM 14.
Okay, well, my intimidation is 12,
Okay,
so I just gotta get a 2.
so this is you prepping the montage.
Right.
Okay.
So it's a 17, so that gets me a 4, so that actually hits me at a 16.
A 16. That is a
What success?
normal success.
Normal success. Alright,
You would need to get to 19 for it to be a good
well, I will play this action card. Does it need to be
Yeah.
my pool? No, alright, that'll give me
No,
that.
all right. Here's your new card. All right, so you guys spend the rest of you guys are setting up, getting ready to do the montage. The other two steps will each be a week. The next step will be a week of,
Okay.
and then the next one will be a month. Kind of wrap out the.
Okay.
But let's get back to. So there are the two sub doors, Kit, on either side. Morgan, you are up there. Morgan is so sneaky that sometimes you lose track. She said.
So at this point, the two doors, are they like side by side? Or are they?
On opposite sides of the top, about I gotta do this in meters. So convert yards carried. No, I'm just kidding. About 12 meters apart.
Are there any? Is there any signage or maps or sounds or anything that could indicate what might be on the other side of those doors?
Interesting. There is
Bells.
definitely from the left-hand tunnel, you can definitely hear kind of the tinny whine of a phonograph playing, but you can't really make out the actual notes. It's something kind of peppy. And from the other side, you can hear more sounds of like the low grind of a machine working on the other side of the door.
Interesting. I'm wary of going into the one with the phone because a person might be there.
Right. Is it a song we recognize?
It is a classic from the Nile Empire.
Okay. So no.
Send in those masked heroes. Kind of jazzy, a little bit of beat. You can dance to it.
Being from the Nile Empire, I still only woke up recently, so I probably recognize it.
No.
Yeah.
No. There's young kids' music.
Yeah. Give me a good old chant. I don't know.
Sitar.
Yeah. I really should have done more research at some point.
No, it's the light. So you want to go in the left door.
Yes. Do we want to go? No. So I don't know if I want to go in the left door because I feel like there's probably someone there listening to the phonograph. Do we want to peek in the right door with the machinery, or do we want to take a closer look at this generator situation?
The guys are chasing Tink down the.
How long do we think, based on their actions, how long do we think they'll be busy with Tink?
Definitely till a dramatic moment.
Great.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think that whatever's outside of the doors is pretty banal. I would like to know what they were trying to get out of the generator. But I think whatever's on either side of either door is what we got to find out. So I say pick a door and I'm going to rip it off the hinges.
Should we try regular opening
more
first?
subtle? Yeah.
No.
I mean, we can just see if it's unlocked. You know, like.
Yeah, I was more.
Yeah, you better go.
Okay, let's try and see if the one on the right is unlocked.
All right.
The one without the noise.
It is not.
The one with the machine noise.
You turn the thing literally just like, and the lock disengages. And as you open it up, you can see that there is a large service elevator.
Oh.
Or at least there would be, but it is currently ratcheting up.
Oh, that probably means that someone's coming soon.
Probably.
It's either they were leaving or they're coming back down.
Well, we didn't see anyone leave. Other than the two people who were chasing Tink.
There were people who left the room as you
That's true.
came in to fight the robot.
That's true.
Well,
Do we see
if
any
I
markings
snap
on this area?
What was that?
Do we see any markings on this service elevator shaft?
Give me a find roll.
Okay.
What were you asking, Brother
So
Black?
so you're asking if there's markings on the shaft?
No, on the wall, kind of in the area.
Yeah, to say like, this is the service elevator to this.
Yeah, I
secret
got you.
spot. 17.
Well, what I was going to say is, well, if I break those cables, I'm pretty sure the elevator will come back.
That is true.
That is accurate.
It might not be
I wanna-
great for whoever's on the elevator.
I'm gonna just start authoritatively walking everyone back out of the elevator shaft, specifically Brother Block.
He definitely.
Yeah, why? Why? Always with the.
With the protection of possibly innocent lives.
Always. Oh, it's always a bad idea.
I like your distract people with Tink idea.
But Mom, I wanted to.
So yes, I got a 17.
can clearly see that there is some writing in Turkish on there, but it's been very scraped off, damaged. There seems to be the image of a bird on it, like a stylized, almost like a falcon.
Is that the guy we shot at the beginning of this thing?
Yeah, so is it not like my kind of bird? Like a hieroglyphic
It's
style
not like a
bird?
hieroglyphic.
Okay.
It looks like a stylized, like statue of a falcon.
Interesting. Interesting.
Is it like Maltese, maybe?
What if this is Death Hawk's Hawk Cave?
Ooh.
Should we try
And that's
and
the elevator up to the Hawkmobile.
should we wait for the elevator to come back down normally and peek into the other room?
What if we stop the elevator?
Brother Block
Turn
could
off the
definitely.
generator.
He could. Oh, you want to hit the generator?
Stop it without
Not
killing
hit it,
them.
but like turn it off. Yeah. Is the generator running the elevator, or is the generator running something else?
The generator seems to be running the lights,
Hmm.
and
Oh.
it goes into that other room.
Okay.
So I'm not like a elevator repairman, but as the elevator goes up, one cord is rising, right? It's actually rising. So if
Yes.
you held it,
You
would rise with it, correct?
That is correct.
Correct.
Okay. Then while I'm holding it, if I climb it, then
Yes.
I'm technically going faster than the elevator, right?
That is-
Because the
that is-
elevator is rising at one speed and I'm actually going faster on a rising elevator cord, right?
It fits action hero physics. Yes.
I think having been pulled back from the open elevator door and really wanting to help, Brother Block is going to run directly at the open elevator door, jump, and grab the cord like a rope swing in a child's backyard. I'm jumping from the highest ladder I can get, and I'm grabbing that rope for fun. Then I'm going to climb up to the bottom of this elevator and see what happens.
All right. First of all, Mr. Furious, here is your possibility for that groan worthy. Is your generator running? You better go catch it. And then, Brother Block, I would like you to give me a strength-based maneuver check. So your points in maneuver, not to your dex, but to your strength. And your adds in maneuver, and tell me what you get.
So that's a 19 on the out. I rolled a 19.
That's
I have a
plus 6.
standard of 14.
All right.
So that'll be a
gets-
20.
That'll get you to 20. Before you guys can react, Brother Block, like a toddler hopped up on Halloween candy, or a monkey on cocaine. Your choice. Goes leaping into the elevator shaft, vaults over these small security grades, and starts hand over hand climbing up into the darkness. Morgan and Kit, what would you
I
like to do?
feel like we should have seen that coming.
I'm actually okay with this one because I don't think this one's killing a bunch of civilians.
I'm going to be honest, at a certain point, this is on you.
Yeah.
Like, first,
Right?
do it once, shame on them. Do it 16 times.
This is
Yeah.
on us now.
By the way, Brother Block, here's a possibility.
I want to just talk sternly into my earpiece, which again I don't have to touch, but I always will.
That's right.
To let him know, okay, when you get up there, just pay attention to see who's there. Don't go crazy.
And if it starts coming down,
Be careful.
Because you know these security things that keep the elevator from crashing all the way to the ground are definitely spike-like in nature. So are you guys going to stand there and wait for him?
I mean, I feel like we should check out the other room.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to do a little look-see first, like a little peek, if we can.
But naming each individual episode, tonight's episode, would definitely be a little look-see.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to peek in before we throw open the doors.
All right. So
I know a lady who can get through keyholes.
That's right.
That's true.
So you're just gonna.
Yeah.
The music gets much louder as soon as you open the door. It's got kind of a jaunty 1920s kind of jazzy beat to it. There's a woman's voice kind of crooning, but you can hear the. What's weird is it keeps replaying just the intro over and over again. And as you look, it's a much smaller room, whereas the other side was clearly a large service elevator side with room to take things on and off the elevator, in and out of the tunnel. This one, however, seems to be just large enough for a cot, a small table with the phonograph, several records or several wax, flat tracks of black wax standing upright.
Say it again.
Flat tracks of black wax. Kind of lined up. And you can see that on the cot there are leather manacles for arms, legs, and about the chest. And there is another small table that has several small jars with eyedroppers in them. There's no one in here, but the song keeps starting over and then playing again. And you both rolled high enough on your finds that as you kind of look around, when you look up, there is an image, a movie poster, actually, from what's Zorba's most famous movie?
Oh, A Soviet Doctor in Love.
Soviet Doctor in Love. And you can clearly see Soviet Doctor in Love has been replaced with Zorba Aladdin must die. And the eyes have been cut out and it would be right over the head of whoever was laying out on this place, on this cot.
The cot with the manacles.
The cot with the manacles.
Okay.
So, do you know who's obsessed with Zorba?
So yeah, if it weren't the manacles, I would say that one guy who's in the suit that Zorba's always rude to. With the manacles, I feel like it might be
not true.
it's the suit.
Dr. Fear?
Dr. Fear.
Yeah, Dr. Fear. I would say Dr. Fear, if not for the manacles. But the manacles, I feel like it's a brainwash someone into hating him situation.
Would you both like to give me one more find room?
Yes.
As you look around the room.
Also, yes, while we're doing this, I would also like to look for a diary.
Dear
And I would like
diary, day one, started brainwashing to kill Zorba.
What medical,
Me.
log of a medical progress?
Oh, sure.
17.
Ooh, that's good.
Fine. 13.
Okay.
And I would like to turn off the phonograph.
Sweet.
Oh. But first I want to see what's making the thing skip.
Okay. First of all, Morgan, I need you to give me a willpower roll, please, as you go to turn off the record player and find that there's some part of you that doesn't want it to stop.
Sure. That's cool.
It's a good song. So.
Why are you giving me that look, Ben?
I don't know, man.
I feel like I should spend a possibility on this, so I will. This feels like a good time to do that. Total of 29. 9 plus 9 is 18.
18? You were able to just
18.
go and you want to see what's underneath it.
Yeah, what's making the thing stick.
Okay. So you turn it off. You both find that underneath It's sticking because it looks like it's been playing like on repeat for a very long time, and the wax is starting to get deformed. And they folded up a small playbill and kind of put it under the table to kind of keep the thing working, but it's worn. But the playbill, as you kind of pull it out and unfold it, is, or the piece of paper is actually a napkin, one which you both recognize from a bar that you blew up.
You can now be more specific.
I didn't blow it up.
The other thing that you notice, Kit, is it looks as if something has been dropped underneath Kai. As you get down onto the cold concrete floor, you can see it. I feel really bad for not letting you find a diary, but you do find instead a small wooden brush, no handle, like the one you would just hold in your hand with tines.
No.
As if it was for brushing a large
Not
beast
Tony.
of some sort.
A robotic beast, maybe?
Perhaps a
Oh, no.
robotic
Oh
force of some
no.
Oh, no.
Meanwhile, hand over hand.
He was cute.
He was a robotic horse.
Groomer.
Rumor.
That's what I said.
Brother Block, you climb and you climb, and eventually the cables stop, but you are able to get. You are kind of right under, and the elevator.
What I would like to do is when the person exits the elevator, if I can see the light come through when the door opens,
Yes.
give it just a second for that person to exit the elevator, and then use my strength to just jank the elevator up a bit more so that I can climb out through the door that he went through, behind or them, whoever they are.
Okay.
Behind them, following them, hopefully.
All right. So you got your plan as you climb up, Brother Block, and you get there, and you can see the door open, and there is one large, big guy in a suit, and he takes a half step out, and you can kind of hear like a motorized click coming from him. And what is your willpower, sir?
Oh, my willpower is currently a 6.
All right, Brother Block, you rip the cable down, causes the elevator to pop up, and you are able to get into the hallway. There is a large mob-like goon standing there, and he turns to bring the Tommy gun around on you. What do you do?
Oh, I will immediately say my first strike prayer.
Okay. All right, go for it. Well, what do you do with your action? Give me the roll for the prayer.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled an 18, and my faith is a 13.
All right. Your first strike prayer goes off. It seems as if the developer is answering you. You go before the guy. What do you? How do you react? It looks like he's going to fire just a ton of lead into you.
Oh, I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
Hopefully, forcing the gun out of his hand and restraining him.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay, I'll have to spend a possibility on that one. That was a 4.
All right.
So a 14 plus my strength of 11.
All right. So you wrestle back and forth, and he is firing the lead. You're not able to restrain him, but he doesn't get a good grip on you. But it looks like it's going to be
would an adrenaline card make a difference?
not at this point. No.
Okay.
So he is going to attempt to force you back down the elevator check.
Okay.
Give me an opposed strength check, please.
Okay. 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 So a 35 plus my strength of 11.
So that's a plus 10. So he didn't get a good success. Brother Block, would you like to grab him and pull him down with you?
Will an adrenaline card make a difference on this one?
It would keep you both teetering right on the edge of the elevator shaft.
That's what I will do.
Okay.
I will keep us dancing on the cliff's edge.
All right, then what are you going to do with your turn, sir?
Ladies, should I shove him down the elevator?
Onto some bullets.
But that means he's coming your way. I don't know if it'll hurt him or not.
I would imagine that he's still going to be more preoccupied with you at this point because we're in the other room.
Yeah, it's like a 100-foot drop.
Okay.
So yeah, that
well
works.
then what I'm gonna do is a maneuver.
Okay.
I am going to in the struggle with him, I am going to let my hammer fall to the floor, but then with my feet, I am going to use my feet on the big part of the hammer to swing the staff of the hammer below his feet, like a foot sweep.
Okay.
So he'll get caught up in the stick of the hammer, and I'm going to push him down the elevator. Can I make that a maneuver roll?
Go for it.
Okay, so that's a 19 to my maneuver of 11.
Okay, you knock him down the elevator shaft. He goes falling, and then you hear a wet, scorching noise come from the bottom.
Oh, I squelched him.
You splorched him. JM was specific.
Thank you, Gabe.
Either way, it was an onomatopoeia.
What do you do, Brother Block? You can see that there is a door at the end of the hall. The lights are low. There seems to be a strange sort of techno-organic panel on the wall next to it.
Well, the very first thing I'm going to do is send the elevator back down.
Okay. Sorry. You got weak setup.
And I'm going to I'm just going to use a find. I'm going to just look around some more, and hopefully my thought is that when that elevator goes back down, Kit and Morrigan will come join me.
You have comms.
Oh, well then then I touch my ear even though I don't need to.
It's what the cool kids do.
and I say I'm sending the elevator back down. I think you should come up here, but I'll totally jump down there if you need. And he makes it sound like he's not going to use the elevator. He'll just jump down there.
That checks out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, because he really wants to do one of those superhero lands where you land, but then also your hand touches the ground too when you do it.
You got like one knee
Brother
down.
Block is waiting to do that.
All right, so Brother Block, give me your fight roll. Ladies.
Oh, okay. I rolled an 8 on my mind of 6.
Okay, there's really nothing else out here. It looks like whoever came through here went through that portal, and you would be the only person to be able to get through it, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. All right.
Cool.
What are you guys doing in the...
So I feel like our search for a diary is not going well.
It's not going well.
Is there any evidence of if this is Tony? Is that his name?
That's Morgan recognizes the the brush.
The robot horse
Yes.
brush.
It is definitely a brush for a robot horse.
Yes.
Ah.
That's what I've been saying.
So do we have any signs of maybe how long Tony has potentially been staying here? If he's the one in the manacled bed? If people are holding him against his will?
Not necessarily.
Some people like mannequins.
I would.
Some people like manacles. Well,
Then in that case, I want to look through the other wax black circles.
there are more more records. More tracks of black wax. Apparently embedded in Torg. But they don't. On one side, they have just like the name of the song. They all seem to be popular hits from the last year. But on the back side, you see Ignition, Stage 1, Stage 2, Abeyance. Those are the ones that are there.
I think we should take these. What do you think, Morgan?
Yeah.
You got the find of 17, right, kid?
Yes.
So all of them have something written on the underside of the record. As you kind of lift the last one up, it says resumption.
This
think I did
literally
that.
sounds like a John Coltrane album now.
Thank you.
And if Kit knew that word, what would she think it meant?
To put back into action,
Ah, very
like
good.
resume.
to resume.
Mhm.
Yes. I mean, I obviously knew it.
I mean,
I
obviously
wanted to
you
make
did.
sure Kit knew.
No, I understand. It's
Oh,
a newfangled
absolutely.
word for Kit. It's in English.
Yeah.
It's not a language she's familiar
Absolutely.
So just for the sake of the game, I wanted to make sure that Kit.
with. Right?
Yeah.
So she did.
Fair.
Yeah. So we definitely should take these. And then also be
Or,
concerned.
just break them. I guess my question is, was it Tony who was obsessed, or was it someone else making Tony obsessed? Because they're
Interesting question.
obsessed. Do we want to go join Brother Block, or should we tell him to just jump? I don't think we should tell him to jump down. That sounds like a terrible
Yeah.
idea.
We probably should go up there and escort him back.
Okay. We're on our way.
Yeah.
I do not touch my ear because I do not realize that is what I could do.
That's right. All right, so Brother Block, do you return down?
No.
We
I
can
live
go
here
up.
now.
All right, so you guys have been down here for a while.
I
jump back.
want you.
Hold on, Brother
I
Rock.
want
I'm going to jump back over. So you guys, what's the stunt look like that you guys are setting up? So at this
The
point, the
montage?
day has
The
dawned.
montage.
Yeah, what's the training montage? The day has dawned because they've been down there a while. Maybe, do you start getting worried about them, or are you just like, whatever?
Who?
Exactly. And you have, Kara is standing by you, giving you like tips, subtle tips. You feel like she is attempting to craft you into her ideal director.
But I'm a stunt guy, so
No, shh. That's how all of them start.
I don't think he started as a
Shh.
Okay.
Singing in the Rain, he started as a stunt guy.
I didn't know that.
So, what's this training montage?
Well, first of all, are my stunt guys back in action?
Oh yeah,
Okay, cool.
except for the one that got shipped away to
We
that
gotta
farm.
start with like some rattan sticks,
Yeah.
and then we gotta do like some bag work.
Okay.
Then we probably gotta have like this montage of him like running along some.
Now, are you doing this, or are you getting a stunt double to do all this?
Who is my stunt double?
Not you. There is.
Is it Tony? Get Tony to do it.
Tony is is your understudy, not your stunt double.
Oh.
If you want to sell this, this is what you're going to have to.
Oh yeah, then I'll do it.
All right, give me a maneuver roll.
We gotta
See
have him
what you
run
do
across the storm break there in symbol 2.
in the storm break
Yeah, set on the.
with some sort of like inspiring music, like a cart, like knighted.
This is a maneuver.
Oh yeah.
Zorba used to not do his own stunts, but then he got into a big fight with Tom Cruise, and now he does some of his own stunts.
Yeah, putting beef in the freezer.
What Tom Cruise is doing right now. Day one.
That's right.
Hanging from a building somewhere.
That's right. I feel like if anyone had that perfect mix of kind of action hero, I
13.
don't want to put. I'm going to stop right there. 13. All right, it looks good. It looks good. So the question is, what's the next step of your plan here going to be, or do you want to wait till
We filmed the perfect fight scene, the perfect montage. We got to film the perfect love scene.
That's right. That's what I was thinking too.
All right, we're gonna wait for the rest of the group
Try to do that
No,
Princess Bride kiss, the one that
the Princess Bride kiss.
was out
shatters.
across.
By the way, Forrester is following the two of you. You have been promoted to assistant director.
That's amazing.
Well, it's real. That's what they tell you, but every time you talk with somebody, they tell you that it's assistant to the director.
Good enough.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're running back to the tunnels underneath. It's been a while. Like you guys followed it down for about an hour. You've been exploring back and forth. So you're now going to join Kowalski.
Block.
Yes, block.
It's okay.
How do I want to do this?
Only you can answer that.
Only I can answer this. There is a
Gently.
Oh, no, yeah, she could answer it too.
Gently. You want to do this gently.
okay. Brother Block, I'm going to need some earmuffs from you. Can you mute or can you remove your speaker, your headset for a second? Can you hear us? All right, I'm trusting Brother Block here. You guys get into that other room, and Kowalski is hanging like he is Block is hanging as if he has slid down the cable, and he is just staring off like, I did beat him. I am the best. Oh my God, there's a tunnel. I should talk to Kit and Morgan.
Okay. That's
What do I
not
know about
upsetting
this?
at all.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll let Brother Block know he can take his earbuds off.
I got nothing for helping him there. I can smash his face and that's about it.
You can take it.
That's true.
The chat will. Chat. I will let you know when to alert Brother Block.
So is there anybody like down
No.
below him?
No.
I wonder why they didn't get
Is
us
there a
torch.
shaft that goes down?
No. It ends here. Like the elevator isn't moving anymore.
Oh, that's not good.
Nope.
Also, is the elevator still up top?
The elevator is still up top.
Okay.
Well, you assume there's no elevator. The cables aren't moving.
We should try and get him home.
I don't think
That is an option.
I don't want
And
to
it's one I think is a possibility. Or no, he's kept us alive multiple times. We should bring him. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah.
I would watch him. He's played a good man.
All right. So here's the thing. When we come back, I want you guys to play the Kit and Morgan of his delusion,
Oh, sure.
so that he does not know that he is currently stuck in a mental construct.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You got that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Morgan and Kit ride the elevator up to you, Brother Block.
What'd you find?
This techno-organic panel that I really want to touch, but I waited for you.
That is a smart idea.
Thank you for waiting for us. For the first
Well,
time.
it wasn't easy.
You may have one piece of your Halloween candy.
Right? Right.
What do you think it does?
You said it's techno-organic?
It does. It looks like something from Tharkold.
Oh, okay. So it supposedly it has a higher tech axiom.
It does have a higher tech axiom.
Do you think there would be some sort of computer element to it?
I think that's a good assumption.
Then before I do it, I will say to the ladies, I could ask the developer to start this bad boy up. I can reboot the panel and see what happens.
Now remember, reboot just turns things back on, but you could use your computer skill.
Okay.
It's active right now. So yeah, reboot turns it
it
on.
is active. Okay.
Yeah, if a cyber witch shuts something off or depowers something, reboot allows you to bring it back to full and operation. But it is up. Like, if you want to give me a computer roll, you can try and.
Yeah,
absolutely.
go for it.
Okay.
I don't know anything about computers, so yeah, whatever you think is probably best.
Okay, I have to spend a possibility on that. That was a 7. And that's going to be a 10. So a 17 plus my 8.
So that gets you to a 12. So it takes you a little bit. You kind of sweat as you look back at Morgan and Kit, but the door finally pops open for you. And you can see on the other side of this is a what seems to be a train track. There's nothing else that you can see here. There's a couple of bottles of vodka, some old radiation detection strips, but it looks as if a train comes through this tunnel. Things have been loaded and offloaded here. It seems very strange for this to be placed right here. It's probably something Kowalski would want to know about.
For sure.
So I'll touch my ear and let Kowalski know that we might have found a train to Tharkold.
Kowalski lets you know that he is definitely in the middle of a montage.
I'm in the middle of the montage, buddy. But I do want to see your demon train at Darkhold.
So, yeah.
I want to see your montage, man.
I
How
would
is it
listen to that
going? It
country
sounds
song.
really cool. Man, I feel like we got suckered into splitting up. Can't wait to see you, bro.
Yeah, no, the montage is kicking. You should see Zorba without a shirt on, with all the oil. It's good. It's really good.
Okay,
Fans are
keep
gonna
it weird.
dig it.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Okay.
So there doesn't seem to be anything else down this way.
Yeah, so with that in mind, because I do think, from what it sounds like, Kowalski would love this, we probably should cover our tracks now and then come back later as a whole party. Yeah.
Oh, was that a pun?
Yes. Totally on purpose.
Cover your tracks.
Not unintentional at all.
On purpose.
And one
I'm surprisingly singing "If I Had a Hammer."
You have
which I do
7
have
possibility.
and also working on the railroad. There's several
those are
songs
spent.
that Brother Block is humming to himself now.
All right, are you heading back?
Traditional French melodies.
Lonely.
Right, we're gonna go back to the set. I really
Okay.
want to see
Just
you guys. They're in the middle of a montage. If we hurry, we can make it back.
Yeah, we should probably go back. We've also been up. I know I need to do my sunrise stuff.
Yeah.
I think this would be a good time to reset, then get the whole gang back together.
All right.
Should we drive that Jeep?
You want to steal their Jeep?
Kind of. So, no,
Yeah.
we have a Jeep in the tunnel already
Just saying,
blocking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can,
No, the one we drove in on.
Oh, you do. Yeah.
Because we just drove
Golf cart,
the
but yeah.
we drove the golf cart into the hole.
Yeah, no, we're getting a Jeep. Let's upgrade our golf cart.
All right. So, you guys make it back down the elevator shaft. As you return, Kowalski, or not Kowalski, I keep doing it. Brother Block humming his medley of songs,
Railroad songs.
railroad songs. Eventually,
Folsom Prison Blues.
eventually, you guys get back to the.
Bartle Prison Blues. I hear that train of screaming.
I've been round the bend.
So, eventually, you guys all make it back. Kowalski is in the middle of doing his montage scene. You can see Zorba does look pretty fantastic.
Somebody spritz him. We need more sweat.
And
I
then
need to see shine coming off of those spritz. Glint. I can't how much hair there is. More.
when you guys emerge from beneath, people are like, "Oh, you're alive too!" And you can see that standing, Forrester is up on the arm cart rolling, Zorba looking magnificent. Kowalski does seem to be calling the shots on this montage thing. And standing next to Kowalski with a glass of water, pointing out where cameras should be placed, letting you know when Zorba needs more spritzing. It's Kara. Pushing lazy production assistants to the ground. You get a feeling that Kara was born in the wrong concert, that she would make a pretty badass Starkoli. And
amazing.
right? That's where we're going to pause for tonight. And when we come back next week, we will do the next 2 steps of our subverting the 1001 inventions of Dr. Mobius. Chat, thank you for joining us. Zero Earth Element, John Doom, and Mr. Furious. It's like, how did I forget that? Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week. We do have a big announcement that we will make next Tuesday, tune in. Woo. We'll be back on Thursday with more behind the screen. We're going to be talking about near future science fiction, talking about what games really support that. Hopefully, we can get Gabe in the chat because we're going to be talking about Traveler.
Mm.
And we'll be back on Tuesday with more Torg. We have a lot of things planned for the rest of the year. Not last but not least, right before we go on break, we will be doing. I don't know if I should tell that. He's sitting right here. Bureau G will be doing their annual Christmas mashup, which will be called A Christmas Kaiju Story. And if we need another player, I'll let you know. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. Thank you to the Faites Five. It is good to have all 5 of you back. To everyone else, all the ampersands, good to see you, buddy. We will be back next week with more Torg goodness. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. I am JM. This has been an Iconic production. We'll see you all later. Have a good one.